I am low income, but I'm not poor.
Me again. Happy Saturday. Hi. If you are in college or you are going to be in college soon, you specifically grab your tea. I'm having like a mango mint situation. It's quite good. This sentence, that sentence before, go watch the Stitch video. That's the college equivalent of no, it's okay. No, it is not okay. No, it's not okay. If you have sat there and thought, wow, this resource would be really helpful. I wonder if there's something that helps cover this. A scholarship that does this would be super helpful for me. You are the intended audience. It's you. Nobody needs more than you. Go get it. Go ask for the thing specifically, because you know who doesn't need it? The kids that never think to ask. The kids that never think to ask have it already. My collegiate institution, oh my God. Look at this. Hold on. My undergrad institution paid for this laptop. This Pottery Barn coffee table and the sectional came from the collegiate institution free and for sale page. Health insurance, dental insurance, therapy, my passport card, trips around the world, my winter boots, everything that you're like, this would be nice and I know it would enrich my life, but I can't afford it. Write and ask. Please write and ask. I have a PowerPoint about this. Do you want to see it? We can talk more. Do not, under any circumstances, say no to yourself before somebody else has the opportunity to. Don't do that.
I am low income, but I'm not poor.
Me again. Happy Saturday. Hi. If you are in college or you are going to be in college soon, you specifically grab your tea. I'm having like a mango mint situation. It's quite good. This sentence, that sentence before, go watch the Stitch video. That's the college equivalent of no, it's okay. No, it is not okay. No, it's not okay. If you have sat there and thought, wow, this resource would be really helpful. I wonder if there's something that helps cover this. A scholarship that does this would be super helpful for me.
I like the life here. And the life people live all the time. You understand? Down by the sea, with a drinks in my hand. I have 2 presentations and 2 exams next week, but I don't make that bad me. At the end of the day and night, and we are going dead. So but they just go and live there now. I like the life here.
Let me tell y'all something. The best advice you will ever receive in your life will come from a crackhead. And I live in Florida. Our crackheads are top tier. They are built different, so I know firsthand. I was just at the convenience store trying to get some ice, and the guy going in front of me was arguing with the crackhead outside. And I know y'all gonna be like, Jasmine, how are you going to assume somebody's a crackhead? Because he was yelling at the guy, stop staring at me because I'm a crackhead. Something inaudible. This could be you one day. So the guy said something I couldn't hear and was like, and I don't do crack. And then the crackhead was like, well, you do something sagging skinny jeans with a belt on. Now I'm howling. Rule number 1 of interactions with a crackhead, you never amp them on. So now he like, oh yeah, you like that? You thought that was funny? So now he yelling after the guy in the store. He was like, why didn't you hold the door open for the fat bitch? Now I want to go cry in the car, because what the fuck did I do to the goddamn crackhead to deserve some sort of shit like that? So as I'm coming out the store, he's like, I think I upset you, and I ain't mean nothing by what I said. You know, the weight looked good on you. I fucked a lot of fat bitches back in my day. Oh, so I was built for the crackhead gaze. My mental health is doing numbers right now. And he was like, and always remember, you don't have to be going on a trip to say bon voyage. So I was like, what does that mean? Rule number 2 of interactions with a crackhead, never ask them questions. And he was like, what you mean, bon voyage? And I was like, okay. And he was like, what, you slow or something? So as I'm driving home thinking about the fact that I was just called slow by a fucking crackhead, I came to the realization he's right. You don't have to be going on a trip to tell somebody bon voyage. Bon voyage, bitch. Bon voyage. Let me tell y'all.
Hey guys, welcome to my Tiki Talk. It is my first day of work and I'm super excited. I was even like early. I came to my office and I saw this cute note and balloons. Of course, I had to do a boomerang for my Instagram because you know the vibes. And then guys, I have to show y'all the amount of boxes I moved into my office with my extra self. This is me looking like a please post because man, I was really excited to be in my office. This is how my coffee station turned out. Of course, I had 2 mugs, one for me and one for my guest. So we have hot chocolate, turmeric tea, sugar, coffee, and of course condensed milk. I love this glass kettle. Oh my god, my tongue heavy. Oh, Then I had lunch with my manager. She's really nice. And we had Wendy's. As you can see, Ashani caught me in a meeting, so she did this boomerang of me. And of course, I ended my day with some pictures. Look how much sweet. I'm just happy if I have one work. But not lie, Ibex coming right through. Comment below if you want to see a day in my life. Thank you.
Purity culture stole your orgasm from you, and I wanted you to know that. You deserve to know that. When we teach girls their whole lives that sex devalues them, and every time they have sex, they're giving a piece of themselves away that they can never get back. Do you think that switch just flips off when they get married? Do you think that they genuinely can separate their sexual desire from shame and impurity and guilt as soon as they get married? That switch turns off. Some of these girls that become women can't even fucking touch themselves alone without wanting to cry because they feel like they've done something bad. No wonder why the orgasm rate is so fucking low. Oh my God. No wonder. They don't feel like their sexuality is theirs to own and be pleased by and fucking revel in. They don't feel that way. I was watching a live and one of the women who was taught this very same thing, like everybody spit in the cup, would you want to drink from that cup? She said that every time she would have sex with her boyfriend, she would have to purge by crying after in order to feel like she was, what's the word? Atoning for the sin that she just committed. Yeah. Find a better way to teach your daughters about sex. You're raising women with these painful ass complexes that it's going to take a lot of their adult lives to work through. Hi friend, your coochie is yours. It deserves to be pleased. Sexual desire is not bad. It's normal. It does not make you impure or bad or dirty. I love you. I'm thinking about you. Purity.
Everyone, how's dental hygiene school? Everyone.
Here's the #1 reason you must teach your children to recognize toxic comments from adults. And I'm going to use a TikTok success story to prove it. Let's go. Let me just put it like this. So yesterday, I recognized a comment on one of my videos from this hugely successful TikToker, Kelt, who responded to the question where I asked, what is the most toxic thing an adult said to you as a child? So Kelt responded to that video and said, my uncle told me I was a dummy. I'm shaming the family and I wouldn't be anything. Well, now imagine if Kelt believed that he would never amount to anything. All of the laughs you've had from Kelt's content, all of the times you've shared his videos with friends would have never happened because Kelt might have been too afraid to even create a TikTok channel. Kelt can't be a dummy if he can get almost 6 million people to not only laugh at his videos, but to become dedicated fans. So, with that said, can you guess the #1 reason you have to teach your children how to recognize toxic comments from adults? Here it is. When that kid becomes an adult, they could pull your family out of generational financial devastation simply because of their talent. But the school bus driver, the school counselor, or the church deacon could completely ruin your future family dynasty by telling your child they're a dummy. They're too unworthy or too untalented to pursue their desires. Every time an adult says something that could kidnap a child's self-esteem, that kid could grow up and give up something that would enrich the lives of millions of people. Because not everyone is like Kelt and will pursue their passions anyway, in spite of hearing damaging comments like that from adults. So don't let an adult project their insecurities onto your child and potentially stop them from doing something on this level. Period.
Another day, another slay. Period.
I mean this in the most respectful way. Y'all are the worst. Like me personally, I have two very, very, very close friends, right? Who consist on eating cheese knowing the consequences. Like you ever look at your group of friends and try to figure out what everybody's dynamic is? Like the roles the members of the group play. When it comes to them, I am the voice of reason, the conscious decision. One of my friends decided that she's going to take herself out to eat, right? Over the phone, I tell her, do not eat anything containing cheese. What does she do? She orders a salad or some shit with every cheese available. Where was she shortly after? Praying on the shitter, eyes closed, mic muted, toes curled. And had the nerve to say after the fact, remind me to never eat cheese again. And see, me being a good friend, I try to do that, right? I try. But they don't listen. And the other friend, just as bad. Mozzarella sticks with shredded cheese on top of it. You know who I'm talking to? Are you fucking serious? Do you not like your stomach or something? Like, what's up? I try. Y'all have a good day.
Y'all are really on my ass about barely leaving the tap water on for 30 seconds to wash my hands. Let me ask y'all a question. Have you ever, I don't know, taken a shit and flushed the...
Name one archetype of a person you just cannot stand.
The mean girls. Grown-ass women that make it their life's mission to put other women down, typically on trivial things such as their hairstyle or the clothes they wear. Talked a little about this on my other account a while back, but like, for example, the women that were going around saying that box braids isn't a birthday hairstyle and they were judging and laughing at women who get that for their birthday. Sometimes these women are also the pick-me women. An honorable mention, the women that have no issue with talking to another woman's man because that's their problem. Like, society does enough as it is to tear women down and men, and they go and tear women further down. Honestly, I think these are the women that hate themselves, so they project how they feel onto other women, which is why they're so judgy and care so much about what other women do. They're bitter.
Name one archetype of a person.
So me have a question, right? And if you come from St. Elizabeth, don't answer. Because I assume so if you come from St. Elizabeth, you're going to know what I talk about. Yesterday, me and my friend up at Epicon. And I turn to her and I say, you just take you out of grinding, so. And she said, eh? So me think she know you. I say, so me repeat myself, I say, just take you out of grinding, so. And then she say, eat again. I say, I take you out of grinding. And she say, she look at me and say, what that mean? So me look at her and say, what you mean, what that mean? You don't know what that mean? I take you out of grinding. She said, no, I don't know what that mean. No, me turn up and look at her and me wonder in my head if my friend come from Jamaica. Cause me think say, everybody would know what take you out of grinding mean. So me want to know if a country people alone or people from my country, St. Elizabeth alone, use the phrase take you out of grinding. Because I was astonished. Come on, would I think every Jamaican know what that mean? So yeah, that's my question. A St. Elizabeth people or country people alone say take you out of the grinding. Comment and let me know because I did surprise my friend I know.
I have mommy issues, and it was because she was there. Let me explain. My mom and I were enemies. She'd come out the side of her neck and fuck up my day. I'd come out the crack of my ass and shit on her week. The way that woman would go through hell and high water for a man that wasn't shit and still complain to me? Miss Stacy was out here acting a fool like she just got casted in Tyler Perry's Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Doing everything but the things that she was supposed to do, and you'd think she had any relation to Cassie from Euphoria, but she didn't. Staying with my dad as he messed with the hospice nurse as my grandma was dying from cancer. Staying with my dad even though he had sexual relations with his cousin. Post-marriage, 2020. And just a whole lot of other stuff of putting the attention on men who literally were not shit. Damn, I really just dragged her. Okay, so the point is, she left a sense of broken dreams and broke niggas that left such an impression on me that I now have mommy issues. I have mommy issues.
I don't know. It's been great.
So, my friends and I found my great-grandparents' clothes, and this is how it went.
Sister Andrea, where are you going so late in the night? Sister Andrea? My husband put me out. Brother Robert, where you get touchscreen phone from?
It's my daughter, bring it for me. The Lord said, not take your friend, man.
So, my friends and I found my great-grandparents' clothes, and this is how it went.
Sister Andrea, where are you going so late in the night? Sister Andrea? My husband put me out. Brother Robert, where you get touchscreen phone from?
It's my daughter, bring it for me. The Lord said, not take your friend, man.
So, So, my friends and I found my great-grandparents' clothes, and this is how it went.
Sister Andrea, where are you going so late in the night? Sister Andrea? My husband put me out. Robert.
Guys.
And if you really want to get your mind blown,
Guys, morning.
And if you really want to get your mind blown, let's talk about
Whoever made this effect clearly wanted to see everybody's vulva issues, so we gonna play smash or pass with some 2D objects. I don't know, who am I gonna fuck first? No. I feel like I'd get a viral infection if I just sat on it. So, no, absolutely not. I'll get you some tea though, sir. You're unsweetened, right? He gives me very grandparent. I'll slide your 20 under the table. Yeah, I'm not proud to say that I'll fuck Zeus. It's not proud to say he a god, but maybe, yeah. I could be married to stepmama. I got her ass in line, okay? Yeah, it's Mr. Incredible. That dick gotta be out this world. No, he's a science-based guy. I feel like in the middle of sex, he's gonna start telling me facts about the periodic table. I don't want that. No, I'm down atrocious. I did not just pause for Homer Simpson. I did. Hell yeah. I would have been the voice of reason for Ariel. I would have been a stepmom, but like, don't do it, sis. Sign that prenup, ho. Is the dick that good that you can go on land? It's a man. I think you will suffer. Anyway, who's next? No. Men have their hobbies. That's a hobby I don't want. You are talking to a doll. Bob, no. I don't want that. I feel like during sex, Bob would sound like a feral meerkat. No. Why they keep giving me a grandfather? I don't want him. I'm sorry. Ooh, Espaka, don't look at me. You can't. Don't look at me. Mufasa was king of Prime Rock for a reason, so I'm gonna take that as I will. Hell yeah. I mean, for Mr. Incredible, is it average size or is it like incredible? Sorry. Yes. Whoever made.
Y'all talk a lot about generational curses and breaking generational curses, but people not ready. I'm gonna tell you why. My daughter will be 19. I raised her away from family and friends, not on purpose. I raised her alone, not on purpose, but I did. And I broke generational curses. It's very evident after 18, 19 years. We all talk about being able to afford to send them to school and have the best material things. That's all outward appearance. For them to not be teen moms, again, those are things that you could actually do if you set yourself up right? But the generational curses no one talks about are the things like being seen, not heard. My child has always had a voice. She's always been able to speak up for herself and say the things that she felt in a moment. She was allowed to be angry. I told her she's human. You have an opinion. You have a voice. If something makes you uncomfortable, you're allowed to say it. So at 2 years old, when she told someone that an adult made her uncomfortable, she was yelled at. Not only was she yelled at, I was told that she shouldn't be able to disrespect adults and say she don't know what the word uncomfortable means. But again, we want to break generational curses. It's not easy because mindset hasn't changed. Again, being able to trust adults, but also being able to be unshamed and burdened with the shame of being a female and being in your own skin. I taught my daughter that. She wears crop tops around the family. People are like, oh, you don't have no clothes on, and they judging her. Oh, she must be this, that, and the other. How can you break generational curses? How can you allow your children to be unapologetic? How can you do any of these things if you're constantly being judged? And yes, you know, the easy thing is to keep her away from outside family members, but that's not the point. I created a bond with her that she's able to come to me with those feelings because the world is not going to change just because I raised her differently. So she can feel some type of way when they react, when they treat her that way and know how to react and be still confident in herself to not change or be wavered by how they're treating her. So she comes to me because she has a trusted relationship with an adult, myself, and we're able to talk about, and she can still stand strong in her confidence, her feelings, and her thoughts, and the things that she stands for, but still being able to have that support as an adult or a young adult, because that's what the world is. Everyone's not gonna agree with you. But what I'm simply saying is, Black communities, black families not ready. We're constantly still judging. She has platonic boy friends that I raised and called my son. Well, not raised, but like they were around my house and she hung out with them since she was 4 or 5 years old. They're 18, 19 years old. You know what family members say? Oh, that must be her boyfriend. How do you think that makes a young girl feel if you're constantly coming out your mouth with something negative? How crazy is that? But we want to break generational curses, right?
Be delusional. Fuck what everybody talk about this whole be realistic. My key to life.
I legit saw woman on woman on woman on woman on woman on woman on woman talking about how being delusional helped them with their life. Listen, this is how being delusional helped me. I was trapped outside of my truck in the middle of a blizzard. You know what I did? I told myself everything was okay and I made a snowman. Then I called for help, right? The people that I called was the towing company and my company. The towing company was like, what? Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. We can't come out there. And I was like, why? And there was like, a blizzard is coming. And I was like, dang, my snowman went missing. So then a lady came, she drove and she was like, hey, are you okay? And I was like, my truck is on the side of the road. And she was like, oh, well, there's a place like, I think 7 or 8 miles out that way. All you got to do is walk that direction. And you know what I was? I became even more delusional because other than this lady offering me to give me a ride, she gave me hand warmers and a sleeping bag. And what I thought she said, because she told me to walk 8 miles, and I'll be damned. But I thought she said, make a tent with said sleeping bag and the hand warmers and sleep in the blizzard overnight. Extremely delusional. You know what that ended up doing for me? It pushed me to having one of the greatest social media careers of 2019, 2020, 2021, 2020. I don't know. It just made it so that I was able to just be like, you know what? All this shit is a joke. Because if a blizzard can't take me out and I can't take me out, then nothing can take me out. I'm on top of the world. I can do literally anything I put my mind to. And because of that mindset, I went from living in the back of my car to having my own house. Be delusional. Be delusional. Whatever you think is a realistic goal, go above and beyond. If you shooting for the moon, shoot for the other galaxy. Shoot for a different dimension. Do something. Go so far above and beyond that you just think it's not even realistic to happen. Guess what? You gonna go so far. Why? Because you shooting for something you can't reach. But that means you'll never reach it. But you will get close to something else greater. Because if I shoot for the roof, guess what? I might hit the roof. But I had the power to throw it all the way to the sky. So now I'm throwing something at the roof that's supposed to be hitting the sky. I gave myself a limit. I gave myself a ceiling. It's no ceilings. Be Lil Wayne. There's no...